You guys hear us in the back? Awesome.
All right, well, my name's Barry Strohm. I do channeling where we communicate with spirits on the other side. And I've written a book called Aliens Among Us, Exploring Past and Present. And I try to answer a few questions about aliens.
I'm Dave Rosenfeld. I'm the director and founder of the Utah UFO Hunters. I've been investigating UFOs for over 20 years. I'm known for my work at exposing Doug Way as the New Area 51. I'm also very well versed in Skinwalker Ranch. I also have some Bigfoot stuff that I do, crop circles in Utah. Anything Utah related besides the ghosting, I'm your man. My name is Carter Reid. I'm a local illustrator, comic artist. I do sculpting. I do stuff about zombies, Necronomicon. I'm usually on panels about talking about zombies and the ethics of surviving the zombie apocalypse. I do a web comic called Zombie Nation, and it basically follows a bunch of zombie slackers during the zombie apocalypse. I guess I'm kind of the de facto moderator on this. So basically this is a weird panel where we're talking about, dead people, spirits, people and beings from other planets. Does anybody have any questions or anything you'd like to do before we start asking panelists? You know, you guys are just like, yes! You're ready! Okay. In that case, why don't we just discuss some of your more memorable experiences. It sounds like you guys have been on a lot of different outings. You mentioned that you actually were channeling, contacting other spirits. How do you go about doing that?
Well, I got into the whole thing by starting with channeling spirits. We use a channeling board. I don't know if any of you saw my table at the end. We have a specially designed channeling board where we can communicate with spirits on the other side. The first book I wrote was called Afterlife, What Really Happens on the Other Side. The entire book is dedicated to channeling spirits. They say what it's like to be over there in heaven. We talk about things like reincarnation, a lot of other things in that book. So I started having an interest in aliens. It seems like the next normal thing to ask questions about. So one night we're channeling, and I asked the guides, about an alien presence. Are there aliens present on Earth? Absolutely. How long have they been here? Since the time of the dinosaurs. A lot of answers like that. And as I developed more and more detailed questions, one night I get the answer, we will give you a spirit who can answer your questions in more detail, because he is one. And I went, is one what? And he said, he is an alien. And I said, I really don't want to go on any more trips. So he said, well, you won't, you're going to travel. The next time we cranked up the channeling board, in comes the spirit of an alien, and his name is Mood. He died in 1987, and the first thing he told us was that they have the same spirit souls that the humans have. Go to the same heavens. If they're over there, I can talk to them. And we've talked to them for about 200 hours now, and it's giving me all kinds of information. We've talked about different types of aliens, what their desire, what their goals are here on Earth, how long they've been here historically. As I said, I've got one book that's out, and I have another alien book ready to go to the publisher. I just kind of stumbled into the whole thing, but it came with the gift of spirit communication that we try to use, called the ordinary spirit. Very, very interesting. There's a lot of interesting stuff out there about it. He told us that on his planet they worship the same God we do. He told us that in the past that God sent his son to them 4,000 years ago, just the same as he sent Jesus to us. And they celebrate a day on his planet the same as our Christmas, where they celebrate. They call him the wise one. And the similarities between life on his planet and their beliefs and how they act and what we do here is very, very, very similar. He even went on to say that for the soul to advance, you actually have to reincarnate on other planets for the soul experience of doing it. He told me that I agreed to have a lifetime on his planet at one time. And in turn, about 10,000 years ago, he lived a life here as a human. And it's been an amazing journey. And I know everybody thinks I'm absolutely nuts, but the information he gives is quite believable, quite understandable. And he's proved his presence to me. I mean, I've seen him. I've seen his light form. And then, well, I'll tell you the story. In one of our early sessions, he said, when you sit down to write, contact me approximately an hour before you want to write, and I get into your head. I wasn't too happy about that. But he said, if I don't like what you're writing, I'll make your notes different, or give you a sign. So I was writing the closing chapter to the end of the book. And I asked for him an hour early. And I literally flew through the chapter. I wrote the whole closing chapter in about 3 hours. I mean, my wife proves it. I said, you gotta read this thing. And she goes, man, you're really getting better. And I'm going, I don't think it was me. So the next morning, I mean, then here's where the story gets a little on the weird side. We were talking about this, and we both woke up early, so we go into the student family restaurant for breakfast. And we're sitting there talking about this presence. And all of a sudden, in the chair next to me, I see this blue flash of light. Now, blue is a blue alien, stands about 9 foot. And I told Connie, I said, I just saw him. I said, you got to shit me. Here we are in our family restaurant, I got an alien chair.
It sounds like the perfect place for
Yeah. I think you were paying attention. So we were taught channeling by some people here in Salt Lake City, and we channel on Skype with them. And we'll put the board in. They'll keep the board in Salt Lake City. I'll be in Pennsylvania asking questions on Skype. So we say nothing about this to them. Okay. I mean, he can see the future. He protects my wife. One time it was in the wintertime, we were back in Pennsylvania, and he tells me, he said, Connie, you got to be really careful because you're going to fall. But we have an antique gallery, and she said, well, am I going to fall in the store? He says, no, you won't be there, but you have to be careful. A couple days later, we get a snowstorm, and she comes out to take out the trash, and hits ice under the snow, and goes on her butt. And she's laying there, she goes, oh, that's what he's talking about. So a couple nights later, we're chatting with him, and Connie says, now I know what you're talking about. And his answer was, did you notice that I made you fall on your butt so you didn't hurt yourself? And I mean, I can talk for a long time about things that he's done with us. So it's a very active spirit presence.
Sounds spooky.
Spooky.
So you're dealing with like the spirit bay. You were mentioning that you're talking about Dudley's being the new Area 51. So have you had any experiences with like aliens there?
Personally, no personal experiences with aliens, but I've been looking into Dudway for over 20 years. I have a website, anydig.com. I don't know how many of you are familiar with that site. It's kind of defunct right now, it's just an archive, but when I had that thing up and running, I used to update it every day, move on updates for meetings and all that type of thing, but in the course of running this website for 20 years, I've been contacted by literally thousands of people who worked at Dudway, either in a military sense or civilian sense. And some of the stories that come out of that place are just mind-blowing. And some of the stories I won't even share because I'll end up getting someone fired or worse. Or because I used to post some stuff on the website that got me in trouble. I had an black show at my door and more or less tell me what you're doing is could be considered treason. So we need that stuff off your website immediately. So of course I do that type of thing.
That's something I gotta know. When a man in black actually shows up at your house, is he actually literally wearing black?
Yes.
And they don't would consider that like a style of power.
These weren't like the Men in Black you see in movies. These were, military people.
That would be kind of creepy though, but I really think they should think about color. Just saying. Sorry to interrupt. I just always fascinated by you're a man in black. You are living up to the stereotype. Why? It's bizarre. One point sorry.
Anyways, the Dugway Proving Grounds is one of the locations on the planet where you have a huge, top secret land space. It's as big as Rhode Island. So we're talking, 1,300 square miles of land space. It's top secret. The airspace goes beyond the border. So we're talking 3.5 times bigger than Area 51. So if you imagine what they're doing at Area 51, what they can be doing it that way could be 3.5 times more than that. I mean, with that kind of airspace and land space, they can do just about anything. Some of the stories that have come out of that way from insiders, from civilians that worked out there, some of them are really scary. Some of these people have come forward and say, I only worked on the base for 3 months, but it was the most scariest time of my life. I lost the fear of death. All this weird kind of stuff saying they seen a lot of cats, weird weaponry. I even had some lady meet me at Denny's one time, and she showed me a picture. She would not let go of this picture. She said, I can get in trouble for showing you this because we're not supposed to have cameras out there. But she showed me a picture. It was her and another individual. They're in their fatigues. They're standing in front of the heavy unit with all these weird antennas on it. And about 100 feet back of them, about 30 feet off the deck, is a flying saucer with an American flag on it. She says, this is what I know about that day.
So are we talking like visitations from people from other planets, or are we talking about like alien technology possibly being incorporated into military grade weaponry?
We're talking back engineering, alien technology. There's been several whistleblowers that come forward, gray-haired old people that more or less are on their deathbed said, hey, the world has the right to know what I know. And they've gone through the disclosure. How many people here are familiar with the UFO Disclosure Project? One. Okay. These are a group of people who either worked in the military or worked in the government who want to come forward with their stories, but they took the national security oath, so they can't talk about this legally. They can get still in trouble and thrown in prison for what they know. But these are, 80-year-old, 90-year-old men, and they go, I'm not scared of prison. I'm going to die here in a couple of years, but people need to know this stuff. So they are going forward every year in front of Congress and telling their stories and asking for immunity, saying, I will talk about what I know if you guys won't prosecute. And some of these people have very, very high credentials. They've worked in the White House, they've worked in top secret labs. All these people are very, very credible. And some of the stories they have to tell, like the CEO of Lockheed Martin came forward and says, we have the ability to take ET home. And we have for years. That's a huge statement to say, more or less, we can take you to another planet. So here are these people, these elite, these black projects that go on, that are at least 40 years ahead of what we currently know. I mean, when the stealth bomber came out, that was 40-year-old technology. So you can imagine what they're releasing today is 40 years old, at least. So you can imagine what they're testing and maintaining out there now. It's top secret as their current technology.
They probably got like an iPhone 12. It's awesome.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
So you can imagine the type of technology they test out there. It's not only weaponry. Dugway is known for being a scary place because they test chemical and biological and radiological weapons, which keeps a lot of people away just from that fact, because Dugway has a huge history of mistakes of killing sheep and having these things get loose because they're open air testing, which is pretty stupid in my opinion. We are all 60 miles away. We're all down here. So for that, I don't know how many people are familiar with Dugway here. I mean, how many people know about Dugway? Just probably raise your hands. I mean, I see not very many people.
I just remember digging up geos.
That's why it's such an interesting place for the military, is because here's a location that's bigger than Area 51, has the second longest runway in the world. The longest is at Area 51. surrounded this beam and watched this test. It was almost like they're shooting this weaponry out into space, and UFOs are out there going, hey, what's going on down here? And they came down as baby boomers, more or less, or something, saying, what's going on? And they completely surrounded this test. As soon as that beam went away,
Or possibly they're angry because they got the copyright on the laser beam, so it's like, whoa, that is our tech, you owe us royalties. Copyright.
so a lot of times what we see out there at Dugway is military testing. Okay, it's quite obvious. It's a huge testing ground. So a lot of the testing that you do out there is military. It's ours. But a lot of the stuff that we see out there, military testing cannot account for all of it. And like I say, even when their military testing happens, UFOs come down and watch. So that's one of the big draws for us is when we watch Dugway, and I get these inside type of things, you know, hey, watch the Ditto Gate Wednesday, 10 o'clock. I'll be out there because if this is a super, weaponry, as they test out there, and it's going to reach space, it's going to attract some other things that might, be recorded or documented at the time. So when we go out there, we have all the equipment that we can bring because we see stuff out there that we have a hard time capturing on camera. Of course, because a lot of times you're walking around and you see something, oh, there it is, and so you run for your camera, and by the time you get it up there, it's gone. So there's a lot of times where we miss out on stuff, but we just had some recent activity out there a week ago that got recorded. I recorded some stuff last spring that looks very much like the Phoenix Lights. I don't know how many of you are familiar with that. I just want to ask one question. This is the question I ask at all the things I speak at. Comic-Con is one of the favorite things I like to do this at is, how many people here have seen a UFO? Okay. How many of those have reported it? Zero.
I think we're all afraid of Men in Black.
Well, it's just one of those things where people say, why is Utah a hotspot? Why is this a hotspot? And I said, well, because I get all these reports. I get people call me, and a lot of people that I talk to and meet on the street, they'll know me or they'll find out who I am, and then they'll tell me their story because I'm somebody that won't believe them and take their story with credibility. So when I ask that question, it's because a lot of people see UFOs and they never report them. And I ask you, if you see a UFO, report it because it's science. We're trying to nail down some of this stuff of why they're here, what they're doing here, what's their intent. And so a lot of times when we get reports and they're similar to other reports in the state or out of state, it's a correlation. We start connecting the dots. And it seems like right now, the last 3 years, the orange orb phenomenon has been huge. More people have seen orange orbs on this planet than flying saucers or any other type of UFO.
What exactly is the orange orb? For somebody who's a big UFOs.
It would be an orange light about the size of a basketball and intelligently controlled, and there's usually more than one. So if you see one orange orb, there's usually more around.
Do they just fly around like various areas?
They're almost like a drone.
Certain groups, or like I understand they be like in a Dugway. Do they go to different areas?
Yeah, Dugway's only one hot spot here in Utah. The Uinta Basin has had 60 plus years of sightings, all the way back to when the Pilgrims were there, the pioneers came here. Huge amounts of sightings in the basin, and Skinwalker Ranch is in the basin too. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Skinwalker Ranch. It's one of those super strange places on the planet, and it's not really something that you want to deal with if you're not familiar with it. It's not ghost related at all. Okay, there's nothing ghost about Skinwalker Ranch. Skinwalker Ranch has got to do with some kind of ancient technology. Is what in the 20 years I've been investigating it, I think there's a piece of ancient technology there. Robert Bigelow bought the ranch out in '96. Anybody familiar with Robert Bigelow? Okay, he is an aerospace guy. He runs Bigelow Aerospace. He made millions in hotels. This guy's known for buying out ghost towns and haunted forests. He's very, very much into the paranormal. He bought the ranch out in 1996 because strange creatures, dinosaurs, tropical birds, just about anything you can think of happened on this ranch. And he says, well, the last straw for him was actually, he was out tagging some newborn calves. And tagged a 95-pound animal, a calf, was walking through the field to the next calf. His dog alerted him that something was going on in that area. So he turns around, and the calf is gone. At least he thinks it is. Walks over to where the calf was, and it's skin and bones. There's no meat and no blood, just hair and bone. Now, the bone, he said, looked bleached, like everything had been removed from the bone. That was within minutes of tagging this animal. And he said, if that can happen in broad daylight, in front of me and my kids, at that close proximity, what's to say that we're not next? And so from that day on, he said, my family's not going to stay on the property. I'll just try to sell it. And so he didn't want to sell it to another family. He had them go through the same thing. So he was trying to contact some scientists and stuff. So
That brings me to an interesting question. Is that that seems like what I would qualify as like not exactly benign, shape or form. You're having benign experiences with extraterrestrials and terrestrial spirits. He's having experiences with which who's what's the word for malevolent experiences. Have you ever had any experiences discussing that with Moon about?
Well, it's just, we've discussed the animal mutilation, and the way they describe it is we test the animal so we can see how you humans are killing yourself in your food chain. So, I mean, it's the mutilation of the animals.
one thing about mutilations that most people don't know is cow blood you can use in your body. It's that close to human blood. The only thing closer to human blood would be salt water. And because of every mutilation case that's ever been documented, all the blood is removed, even in the muscle tissue. Now, most veterinarians will even say, we can't do that. We can't take the blood cells out of the muscle tissue. But that's what happens in cattle mutilations. There's zero blood in these animals. There's no blood on the animal, in the animal, or on the ground. So they're interested in the blood. So when you think about it, they're studying us with the mobile blood.
Definitely seems worrisome, to say the least. Just out of curiosity, you were talking about your experience with Men in Black and how you come to children with that, that maybe you should stop talking about. Do you ever worry that you were being watched, or your phone is being tapped, or any experiences that the government or whatever shadow agency might be interested in this maybe 10 years of that?
Yeah, I know I'm on 4 lists right now. So
Up in Brigham City, we also have the world's largest information gathering facility. That's about 20 minutes from my house, which is awesome. Yeah.
anybody have any questions on Skinwalker Ranch? Probably not, because you're not too versed in Skinwalker Ranch.
So you said it's owned by someone, I thought it was completely closed.
It's owned by Robert Bigelow. He lost his rights to the property through eminent domain last year. So that means somebody higher than him said, what you're doing out there, you can no longer do. So he still owns the property, he just can't do anything with it now. So right now it's under a new name, it's called Ultimatum. Something, if you look that up, it means superhero. Why would they call this ranch superhero? I don't know, but it's a front corporation for Robert Bigelow.
It's an interesting name. Why didn't they just call it Sinister Spooky Ranch or something else like that? Ultimatum.
Well, the interesting part about that is that Robert Bigelow bought half of Terry Sherman's herd. Okay, and Robert Bigelow's not in the cattle business. He bought that half herd strictly for bait purposes. And when he bought the ranch, he bought half of Terry Sherman's herd, and then he built these bait pens. So with towers with fences around them, they put a cow in there and they try to document a cattle mutilation on film. Well, that never happened. He spent $1 million in surveillance equipment out there, and it's failed him completely, and it's kind of discouraging. He's even said it himself. He says, we have got cameras that have been destroyed within sight of another camera. So this camera is clearly showing the other camera in frame. You can walk up to where this camera was, and it's gone, it's destroyed, but in the film, it's still there. So increased security, so if you plan on going out there, be very, very careful. It's not a place to mess around with, and all the local law enforcement has been tipped off and probably bought out. A lot of the vantage points that we used to go to are now surrounded with electric fence. They put big barricades on the road in front of the gate because they had somebody actually back up to the gate, turn the gate off, hook up to their truck and just haul away with the gate. So there's a lot of things about Skidmore Ranch that's very, very strange. I mean, there was a time when I went out there with the TV crew, and the TV crew got bored and took off. Well, we're not seeing anything. An hour later, here comes all the blue orbs in the field, came right up to us, and it was almost like they were putting on a show and they were trying to get us to get closer to the ranch. Like you walk toward them and they back off. So you back off and then come back. It's almost like they were like, okay, come with me type thing. But of course we didn't, because we all heard the stories about the blue orbs and Terry Sherman's dogs.
I heard the story.
Terry Sherman would see these blue orbs almost nightly. And they would fly in his house, they would fly in his sheds, they would mess with his cows. And so he got really mad one night, got fed up, and sicked his dogs on him. He said, go get him. He had 4, those kind of herd dogs, those blue healers and stuff. So they ran after these blue lights out in the field and never returned. The next morning he went out looking for his dogs and found 4 greasy spots where they entered the woods. And he knew that those were his dogs.
See, and as a huge dog lover, I have to believe that those dogs are currently on another planet right now, going to the field to be very, very happy to take care of. I have to believe this. But that is super sweet. I like the idea, you were mentioning about that precognitive disability testing we were seeing with your.
I might be able to throw a little daylight onto the
Sure.
onto the drone situation. I was followed by one, and in my presentation this morning, I actually showed about 5 frames of it, but I got over 40 frames of a light bar drone that followed me, and I had them on 3 different cameras. It was proof that they can follow me for maybe 20 minutes, and we were told that they have over 200 types of vehicles that run from the size of a baseball to this one they have one the size of the United States. And that's their reloading base that they keep. But I do actually have pictures, really, really good pictures of the drone.
That doesn't up on the website.
I have pictures in the book, and I showed them this morning as part of the paranormal presentation. I branched out from the ghost thing a little bit.
I've got some pretty good UFO pictures myself. Back in 99, 2000, I was having very, very close contact with UFOs. And that's what kind of really got me into this whole field was contact with aliens. And getting, within 500 feet of their craft and taking pictures of them. So if you want to see some of the pictures, you go to alienating.com and see some of those pictures. But
So
I haven't had any contact in 14 years, but back when I did, it was a very gray area. I didn't really know what was going on, so that's what kind of got me to the UFO field. Was started looking into it. When I started getting into it, I found out that UFOs deal in just about every subject in life that you can think of: religion, politics, military. It goes on and on. You start looking at this, and the people of the world that run government, run the money and everything, they call it the UFO problem. It's because in a post-disclosure, if they came out and says aliens are real, they've been here forever, there would be problems on there. People would kind of lose their faith in religion and politics and the military and everything else for lying to them. So the problem is, in a post-disclosure world, how do these people stay in power? And that's the problem. The people who are in power now want to stay in power after. But everybody would look at it like, you lied to us, So how will they stay in power and stay in charge in the post-disclosure world? So that's the problem. That's why they call it the UFO problem. They're still trying to acclimate us, and they've been doing it for, 40 years, little by little, putting that, hey, aliens are friendly, aliens are real, this type of thing. And the famous gray
see them, it happens so fast. About 2 months ago, I was driving through Nebraska, and I had this mental feeling that I was going to see one. I'm driving along, and I actually have my camera on my car seat, but I just had this feeling, and I look over, and I see this thing, and I go, oh my God, it's a black triangle. So I took the car, and I threw it off on the shoulder, and it went into the cloud bank. I thought, I'm going to really get some good shots. It never came out of the freaking cloud bank. I'm standing there with my camera waiting for it. It never appeared, and I had a really good look at it going in. I knew what it was. And yet, for once in my life, I was totally prepared to do this. And I'm standing on the shoulder waiting for it. Nothing happened. It never came out.
Which would give you a precognitive ability is probably about right. They know you're prepared that day, so it's like, screw you.
Aliens communicate on a telepathic level. They don't speak. So it's more like pictures and
It's telepathic.
feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we have just a little over 10 minutes. Let's get some questions from the audience. If you guys have any questions, like, how do you guys do your work or anything like that? Somebody have any questions at this point? You right there.
Does he ever speak through you? Like, have you ever heard of Bashar? Daryl Anka, channeling Bashar. He's also from another planet. And he often, he has a lot of YouTube videos too. He speaks through him, he goes into a trance, and does he ever speak through you like that?
No. I can read you mentally, but not. Sometimes I can do it like trance, and the spirits, I will speak the words of the spirits. I did that a couple of nights ago, but I've never done it with the
Does it communicate solely through the spirit world you're using, or?
Yeah, we've always done it through the spirit.
Give you like a acoustic or some other cue you're
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'll tell you another quick story. We're supposed to go down and see our kids in Florida, and we were doing a channeling session. Lou says, you need to relax, do not work. Take Connie out to a nice restaurant and tell her that she's pretty. So we start down the road, and I pulled into a nice restaurant, and I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, my nose just started to itch for no reason. And I looked at her and I said, Connie, you look pretty pretty tonight. My nose stopped itching just like that. So they have an amazing ability to know what's going on.
amazing. You mentioned that you were getting clearly contacted by aliens of the government. You ever been contacted by aliens yourself, or try to contact them directly?
Yeah, that's what got me into this whole thing. This year. 99, winter of 99. I had this weird feeling to go for a drive. And so, and we've been one night, middle of winter. So I ended up, on a snowmobile trail on my 4-wheel Jeep. And I'm like, what the hell am I doing here? So and then I get this feeling, and I said, get out. We're going to, it's almost like, it's not words, it's like feelings and pictures, like we're coming. So I got my camera out, and this kind of goes with your story here. Get my camera out, and I'm ready for it. My camera will take 15 pictures a second. And there's the UFO, and it's flying around the ridge line, and it disappears. And I'm going, oh crap, I'm ready for it, I need to get a picture. And so I'm kicking myself in the butt, and then it starts to power back up. And that's when I get one picture of this thing. And I'm out there more or less to take pictures, more or less, I'm thinking. And I get one picture. So it's a pretty amazing picture. It's on my website. The National Institute of Discovery Science, Robert Bigelow's team, took this negative and spent 2 years on it and said, it's the real deal. There's no fake around. We just don't know what it is. So, yes, I've had close encounters with ETs. When I was 25, I had a fully conscious experience going on with an ET. This floating metallic egg came down in the trees, and I heard telepathically, are you ready? And I thought, am I ready for what? Because I don't know what's going on. Anyways, this person walks out. He's got facial hair. He's got like a skull cap on and black clothing, and he walks me into this egg. And then we're in this giant room. Like we're somewhere else now. Thinking. Now I don't know if there was missing time or it was a doorway. I don't know, something. We're in this other room now, and he more or less the same similar experience where the ET puts itself off as an owl because it's more familiar with us and it's less scary. So a lot of contactees and abductees will remember the owl and not the ET. And so same thing, I had owls throughout my life. And then when I was 25, I had this fully conscious experience with the ET. He showed me that these owls were really aliens that we've been with your, more or less with your life since you were 5. And we're not interested in you anymore, we're interested in your offspring. And so
Those kind of let down.
yeah, they were
You shut down.
this particular race of the beings were in it for the genetics. They call it software. And they actually were the ones that contacted the U.S. government and made a deal in 1952. You can look this up online. It's part of the Disclosure Project, where the U.S. government made deals with ETs in exchange for, so more or less in exchange for hardware, for software. So we were given ET technology in exchange for them being allowed to take some people for their genetics. So abducting people. And so this is, like I say, it's documented, it's the real deal, it's 1952, the president made this deal. Now, when we were given that technology, we built weapons out of it. Of course, we didn't use it to, help save the planet or make things free or cheap or anything. We used it to make weapons. So the ETs more or less said, we're done dealing with you. We're going to take as many people as we want. And so from 1952, all the abductions that have happened, the U.S. government knew about. So when you talk about people being abducted, it's the real deal. There's people in this room that have probably been abducted and don't even know it. I didn't know it until I was 25, and yet I was being taken since I was 5 years old. So when they talk about being able to manipulate your mind and your memory, I mean, they're millions of years ahead of us. Think about that. The type of technology that we're dealing with seems almost godlike. It's so far advanced that we can't even comprehend how it works.
My wife was actually physically abducted. And she dropped me off about 20 years ago. We lived in Florida. She drops me off at Fort Lauderdale Airport. She starts to drive back to the Florida Turnpike. Next thing she knows, she's about 20 miles north of where the last thing she remembers. She covered like 3 exits and 20-some miles on the turnpike at America. Took her to the doctor, did all the tests. And she said, oh, you must have fallen asleep, but you'd be long dead, sleeping on the Florida Turnpike.
See, I'm pretty sure that I've never been abducted, and now I'm a little insulted by that, and it's hurt my feelings.
Well, and once we had the capability of asking questions, in a challenge session one night, we asked him what happened to her. And he said, I said, was she abducted? And the answer comes back, I had nothing to do with it. I said, that wasn't my question. Was she abducted? Yes. I said, well, how'd you do it? And then he comes back and he answers, it's easy if you know how. I said, okay, smart ass, how'd you do it? And he said, we put a shapeshifter in the car for her. They took her physically, put a shapeshifter in, the shifter drives the car up the road, and when they're done, they put her back. And she had absolutely zero memory of it.
We have about 5 more minutes. One question?
She had a question.
Oh, yes, please.
Thought of a little one.
When you were little, did you ever see, or did you see remarks on you and stuff like that?
Not that I remember, then again, I was looking for it back then. Nowadays, people look for those kind of marks because it's complex now. ex-bounty hunter involved and a former sheriff, retired sheriff involved. And I said, go do your thing, you go do your thing, I'll go do my thing, and we'll get back in about a month and we'll go over our findings. After about a month of tracking and GPSing and all this type of thing, setting bait out there and all that, we sat down at Denny's and all come up with the same conclusion that there was a family unit living out by Dugway, going up to a particular high spot, not even the highest spot, but just a vantage point, and watching Dugway, and then going back down the same way they came. All the tracks go up, right back down the same way. We left fruit there for them, little shiny things. They didn't take any of that, didn't touch it, but every day we walked up there, we would sweep the ground and come back, and there'd be fresh track. Now, we're talking family, we're talking little tracks, all the way up to 18 inches. So we've got all that documented, and that's a weird spot if you find a Bigfoot, is out in the desert.
Well, now, the latest thinking is they are ETs also.
It could be an ET guy, is what I've come up with. They're not ET, they're in cahoots with ET.
I think if you have a shapeshifter, you could probably look like, if we were like,
We're told something a little bit different about Bigfoot. The way he explained it is that they're multi-dimensional, and that they actually, the reason we've never found one is because they kind of live between two dimensions. Because there's no doubt that there's other dimensions out there we don't see. And they have the ability to move into that
Step out of one
step from one dimension to another. And then it's that multi-dimensional ability that has kept them from ever being found.
I totally believe that. What he's doing is somewhat similar to remote viewing. And I took some remote viewing classes as well. I know some really famous remote viewers. And some of them have told me that in some of their sessions, the remote viewing and a Bigfoot will walk through an invisible door, almost like he stepped into the wrong place, takes a look at it, goes, oops, and goes into another door. It's almost like he came through into the wrong area and goes up and goes out another door. So it's very commonplace for remote viewers to see Bigfoot. The multi-dimensional part of that.
Yeah, he says if something happens to one, they drag them back through that invisible door to the other dimension. That's why we've never seen them.
well, we are officially, we got like one question, somebody's gonna try to ask. You have another question?
What if people like had stretches when you went to go investigate paranormal activity?
It's like kind of a hostile, treatment, like something like that. That's a good question. You guys, have you ever had any like hostile supernatural activity when it comes to humans or investigating UFOs?
Not with UFOs. I used to be a ghost hunter too back in the day, and I did have one experience at Dead Haven in Ogden where I was attacked. They said I was attacked by a spirit. It almost feels like all your energy is being drained and you're being pushed on all sides, like heaviness from everywhere. And so as soon as I got outside the building, I was fine. As soon as I walked back in, it was there again. And so they were all like, oh, you need to do this, and so you don't take it home and this and that. I'm not a ghost hunter. I hang out with a lot of ghost hunters and stuff, but I'm really not into the ghost thing because I know what ghosts are. They're humans and that have passed, and so it's not really that interesting to me. So I'm more into the UFO thing than anything because it's still a question for me.
Sorry, we're completely out of time. Let's kill everybody where they can find you real quick, and then I guess we'll have the next panel.
Best way to find me is my website. It's called spiritspredict.com. Spirits Predict. You go in there, all kinds of information.
You can find my website's 88dave.com. It's a defunct, but you'll find 400 pages of Utah related stuff from Bigfoot and crop circles and everything else on that site. You can also find me on Facebook, Dave Rosenfeld, Utah UFO Hunters, 88 Dave. We also have YouTube channel, Utah UFO Hunters on that. We have some great stuff called the Utah